Good evening. Once again, my name is Dorado Kenny, and I'm the Dean of Student Services here at the lovely Eastview campus. And it is my pleasure tonight to introduce our speaker, Mr. Ellis. As Dr. Rhodes said, Los is a 2002 graduate of the University of Oklahoma. Got one woo. Los is an author, a businessman, a motivational speaker, and a life coach. His ability to identify creative solutions is enhanced by his expertise in project management, information technology, government, and entrepreneurial startups. Los shares his personal branding experience with more than 90 colleges and universities across the country. Los is very dynamic, high energy, and has about the biggest smile ever seen on a human. Please give it up for our speaker tonight, Mr. Los Ellis.
I appreciate it. Now, I probably should have said this just in case my mom's listening. My mom did have two sons. I didn't want you to think that the other one just disappeared when he dropped off. And they did have one more girl. So I have 10 sisters and one brother. So I didn't want to leave her out. Because I did this maybe a week ago at the University of Texas. And she sent me an email saying, well, you have 10 sisters, not just 9. So tell the world you have 10. I go, they don't know which one you are. No. But she wanted me to put that in there. So you got to have a memorable first impression. Now, there's something else I need you to put in that bag. Try this out with me. If you know it, don't be afraid to say it with me, because sometimes people need to hear it more than once. It's not what you know. Why y'all don't sound happy today? It's not what you know. Right? Y'all remember that from Family Feud, right? When you got it wrong, just encourage you not to even play anymore, right? No, try this. Let me say it to you, then repeat it back to me if you believe it. It's not what you know or who you know, it's who knows you. How many people believe that? Right? See, when you go to a school like Austin Community College, or you join a group like the BSSC, see, you've created a new identity for yourself, or you've added to what you've gotten. Because see, I can go anywhere in Austin and I can tell someone that I'm a part of ACC. They're going to know some things about me, right? They're going to know I'm in college, right? That I can probably take direction because I got to go to class, but they're going to know I'm responsible, that I can wake up at a good time. They're going to know a lot of things about me that just is indicative of anyone who goes to this university. Now, when I tell them that I graduated from ACC, they're going to know a couple things too, right? I got my degree, right? You can't take that. I'm smart. I got it, right? They're going to know that I followed through, right? When I tell them I was a part of an organization like this, they're going to say, oh, you can work well with other people. Oh, then they're going to look up the things on the website like I did, and they're going to see all the things that this group does, the groups that they interact with, the people that they connect with, and they're going to associate that to you because now they know who you are. They may never know your name, but they know who you are, right? Because that's the goal, right? It's not what you know or who you know, it's who knows you. And I came here about 2 months ago, and I think I told this story, and I'll tell it again because I think it does have meaning, to show you why it doesn't matter who you know. Because see, when I was about 9 years old, I had the most famous girlfriend in the whole world. I promise you all y'all knew my girlfriend because she did some really wonderful things back in New York. But every night before I went to bed, I would go up to her and I would tell her I'm about to go to sleep, and I would give her a good kiss goodnight. It was probably about 4 seconds long, a good kiss. And then I would lay in my bed, put the covers up to my neck, and I would just kind of snuggle in real good. And I'd have that taste of magazine paper on my lips from kissing her all the time. I was kissing that picture of Janet Jackson. Now, she had no idea that we were dating, but I was fully aware of it, right? My twin brother had no idea he had a sister-in-law, but that was my wife for the most part. But Janet Jackson and I was dating. But see, you can't date someone if they don't date you, right? You can say I'm with her, but if she don't say I'm with him, I'm by myself, right? Right? So it's not what you know or who you know, it's who knows you, right? Because see, while I knew Janet Jackson, she had no idea who I was. But see, just like tomorrow when you walk out of here tonight and you wake up tomorrow and you go down the road or you walk to your class, everyone's going to be able to walk through this building and say, hey, I know you. You go to school with me. You sit next to me in class. Hey, you're that guy that answers all the questions. Hey, you're the guy that always dressed real nice to go to class. Hey, you work at HEB because I went to your checkout register. You're going to know things about people, things that are good, things that are wholesome, right? When people see you walk down the hall and your head's head high, you're going to see these administrators. They're going to stop you and say, excuse me, let me talk to you for a minute, young man. I like the way you dress. I like the way you carry yourself. Come on, be a part of this group. We need more guys like you, right? They're going to do those things, right? They don't have to know your name. Knowing a name isn't going going to get you very far. But if people know who you are, which of those things you're comprised of, it's going to help you with your network. It's going to help you grow. Let me get rid of that. All right. Now, great. Now, of course, y'all see that cool picture of me, right? That was my way of saying people know me. That's really Photoshopped, everybody. I'm really not in the mall. I hope to be one day. But it's about who knows you, right? Now, let me ask you a question. If I ask any of you right now, if I walked out of this room today and I asked an administrator, but anyone who's in class or any administrator, if I asked a student that goes to this school to tell me about you, how many of you would be willing to say that the first thing they would say about you would be positive? Right? If you cannot say that without a shadow of a doubt, you haven't fully developed your network. Your interstate highway probably has roads from Austin to Arizona, but you have no pavement from Arizona to California. Right? A road is only as good as the pavement before it. That's all it can be. So what I'm saying to you today is that you've made the first steps. You've gotten the concrete stuff. You've gotten to college. You've gotten the organization. You've got the job, right? But what do you do with it next? You've got to build that network. So here's what I want you all to do. I want you all to have some really credible credentials. Now here's how this is going to work. Everybody, if you don't have a piece of paper to write this down, I want you to go to your short-term memory and your long-term memory, and I want you to record in both. Right? Record in both of them. If you don't, you can come tap me afterwards and I'll remind you. I want each of you to carry those things that help people know who you are. Everybody has a resume, right? Anybody without a resume, raise your hand because I'll help you build one. Everyone should have a resume. And don't tell me that it's not up to date, it's not complete because it's your resume. You can fix it up later. I was telling a young man earlier, I said, don't wait to give me your resume. Give me the one you got, then send me the updated one so I can see the progress, right? But do that. Keep your resume with you at all times. If you don't have a folder or binder, you need to get one. Get one, and every last one of you, y'all told me y'all drive on the interstate, right? Y'all thought that was a trick question. It really was. Because if you driving, I know you got a trunk in your car at some place. Unless you drive on a truck under the seat, I want you to get a folder. Put that resume in that folder or in that trunk. And where you got your things that are emergency pieces like your jack, your spare tire, your fix-a-flat, your can of spray paint. Don't act like I'm the only one, because if I hit something and I back up, I'm spray painting that car the same color. Look, I'm joking. Don't do that. But no, you want those things that are for an emergency. But for you, if you're in HEB tomorrow and you hear somebody talking about a great job opportunity, about something that's coming new, because everyone knows Apple's coming to Austin, right? Right? You need to be the first person in line. When you hear people talking about that, go to your car, get that resume and say, excuse me, I heard you talking in the cheese line, but I need to give you my resume. While it may sound funny, they'll say, man, this person is prepared. They're willing to build their network highway. They'll take that resume and they'll have something funny to remember you by, right? Because when you give it to them, they're probably going to be like this. And we already know smiles last a long time. But do that. If you don't, I saw a table back here, and I don't know which one it was, but they had these yellow, what do they call it? Little scan this or whatever, like whatever you put your little thumb drives. That's what it's called, a thumb drive. Man, I come from the old times. The thumb drive. Put your resume on the thumb drive. Walk with it in your pocket. I walk with a thumb drive in my pocket every day. I think I gave it to the young man up there, but I got the cap just to prove it. I walk around with a thumb drive. You will not talk about an opportunity and me not give you a digital copy of my resume and my bio, because I want you to know who you're dealing with up front. So each of you, if you don't have a bio, go to a website called aboutme.com. They got one page that all you do is write about you. That's all you do, is write about you. I advise you not to write anything that's not real, but write things about you like, you babysit your little brother, you're going to ACC, you're looking forward to being a film director, whatever it is. Write that so that you can link that to things like your Facebook, on your resume, and people can know about you, because everybody don't have 2 hours for you to tell them a story. I was telling a young man who was introducing me earlier, he goes, you want me to read this whole bio? I said, no, they're not going to listen to that. They're going to go to sleep. Read one paragraph. But see, I could send you to my website to figure out everything else. So go do that, so people get to know more about you. If you send somebody the old little disc, like the little circular disc that look like a CD, if you have one of those, at least do them a favor and put your name on it and write down the day it was virus scanned, because people will be very scared to get one of those nowadays. But do that. But keep the paper copy with you. Let people know who you are. Carry your credible credentials. How many people got a resume in their trunk right now? Anybody got one? Anybody got a thumb drive? Well, there's that one person, right? You got a thumb drive with your resume on it, right? Don't raise your hand too high. You still working. Hold on. They might think you're trying to leave. They could be like, Los told me to leave. No, don't leave yet. Get another job first. I'm joking. No, but build those credible pieces. So say it with me again. It's not what you know. Right, we'll try again. It's not what you know. It's who knows you. All right, now, one more time. Let me. How many people believe that now? Some of y'all still don't believe it? Y'all ain't got no friends. No, I'm just Now, finally, before I say thank you and all those good things, I do want to leave you with this note. While it's good to walk around and smile, I'm not advocating that you smile when you're not happy. What I'm asking you to do is, when you're not happy, to think of something happy to make you smile. Be authentic, be honest. But at all times, you are part of an organization, part of a university, or part of a college that has integrity. I think I heard someone said 46 years, right? 46 years. That's a rich history. You should always keep your head here, your chin out, and speak with pride, because you belong to an organization, a family that's going to be around for a long time. You can't walk in the city of Austin and say ACC without thinking Austin Community College. They don't think of that football thing and whatever they call it in another part of the country. They don't think about that. They think Austin Community College. You are a part of a dynamic family that will never die. That no matter where you go, from Cedar Park to down to Round Rock, down to anywhere south, east, west, you're going to find a campus. You're going to be part of a family that's forever living. You are a feeder school to all the schools that talk about the greatness of their university. They're great because you feed those great students to those universities. That's you. So when you walk in that school, you hold your head high. When you walk to the UTs, the HTs, the A&Ms, the Oklahomas, because I know some of y'all going to go, you hold your head high and you remember that they know who you are because you're part of ACC. Right? I'm going to say it again. They know who you are because you are part of the ACC family. Now, let me hear it one more time. I want you to look at each other real quick before I go. I want you to look at somebody and think about something real good, like a picture of me. No. Look at each other real close, right? One more time, and I want you to say after me. Say, I know the speaker look good. Oh, I can't get no love. Man, I appreciate it. I take it what I got. Thanks, everybody.
Come on, let's give it up one more time to our speaker, Mr. Los Ellis. It's the second time I heard a chance to hear him. The first time you did it for the MOD breakfast. Exactly, just recently, a few months ago. Absolutely. And I enjoyed you then, and I enjoyed you tonight.